Studios to view. The truth is here in your eyes.
Hello viewers, welcome to today's edition of Social Updates on Studios 2 View. Kindly like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. I am Millie, your favorite queen on your screen. Today's discussion is going to be very intriguing because we are going to have to discuss one of the hot topics in our Zongo society, that is Gangsterism. After this quick break, my guest will join me in the studio as we discuss this topic.
Studios to view. The truth is here in your eyes.
Welcome back to Social Updates on Studio 2 View. My guests are seated and I have with me
the king of bashment
and young prince,
bad girl's boyfriend.
So we are going to discuss about Gangsterism. As you are watching me, what's your view on Gangsterism? So I will have a quick explanation to Gangsterism, then we move on to our guest speakers. So Gangsterism is a culture of belonging to an organization, a group of people who goes into criminal deeds. Basically, that is what Gangsterism is. So let's get to our guests, what their view is on that. So I'll start from young prince.
Okay.
What's your view on Gangsterism?
All right, thank you very much, Miss Millie. For me, gangsterism or hooliganism, for me, is a person or a group of people who, for one reason or another, think they are in a position for things to work for them in a certain manner that they feel like they have to be in control. So for me, gangsterism is someone, or let's say a people, who come together to own power or to take over something by force or by any means necessary. That's how I think about gangsterism.
Prince, I think I like the every means necessary, right? Yes, I like it. So let's come to Slay. What's your view on gangsterism?
All right, so the word gangsterism is self-explanatory, as we all know. To me personally, it simply means a group of people that do things in an autocratic way. They think they have that kind of mass power to rule over the less privileges, or even the people that they think they have more power over them or whatever, with the use of weapons or drugs and whatever and other stuff. I hope you understand. Yeah. So that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. So why do you think this organization or group of people are so common in the Zongo areas? Yes.
To me personally, let me say this, or let me clarify this. To me, we don't have this in the Zongo communities, especially when it comes to our country, Ghana. In Ghana, we don't have these people we call the gangsters. It's just a tag that we've given to them. We have the desperados. Yes, like these are the people that we have. We don't have, because if you mean a gangster, these are the people that if you go to the United States of America, these are the people that they don't fear anyone, but they belong to a group. But in Ghana, or maybe in our Zongo communities, we have this book called, with the name, the Desperados. They are just desperate criminals, single-handedly moving. They don't belong to a particular group. Because if you mean a gangster, they have a group of people that have leaders. For example, let me use this man as an example. Tupac back then, as a musician, they live in a gangsterhood. I hope you understand. So this has also grown up in those people. But in Ghana, we don't have, to me personally, we don't have gangsters.
So young prince, do you agree to that?
No,
That Ghana, we don't have
I beg
gangsters?
to differ. I beg to differ from what my brother just said. Because a gangster is, we have a person, a single person who can be a gangster. That's why we say a gangster, and we have gangsters. And in Ghana, I can say we have a group of people who have formed something like a clique that go out there to do bad things. And so I can clarify or say that we have gangsters in Ghana. And moreover too, coming back to your question, to say, what was your question again? Why is it common in the Zongo communities? I will say it's poverty, poverty, poverty. That is the main thing that brings about gangsterism in the Zongo communities. It's all about poverty. If someone doesn't have anything to do, and we all know the devil finds work for the idle hand. So definitely, when the person doesn't have anything doing, definitely, if someone comes in to give the person a few coins or something, the person will just go out there and do whatever that person wants.
So before that, someone coming to give money or something to the person to go out there, I think we will come to that side of the story. So I think from the explanation we are all given, it seems, so Slade thinks we don't have gangsterism in Ghana here, and
We have desperados, we have
Okay.
desperate criminals, like single-handedly, people that, like, it's what he said, like, it's fact, like, it's a fact out there that I think, like, he's making a good point. I'm not trying to say what he's saying is not, like, it's out. We have those people, but to me personally, we can't use that word for the people here in Ghana. We are, like, I hope you understand, because if we check the definition of a gangster and a desperado, they all form in the same category. But like with what I'm saying, a single-handed person, a desperate criminal out there. I hope you understand. Because they use, let's say, because a gangster can go deeper than what I'm saying. But
And people do go deep.
go
Yeah.
deeper.
Yeah,
And they
people
also
do
have
do that.
leaders.
Leaders.
They
Yeah,
do have
people
leaders.
do go deep.
Yes. I wish we could get some examples of the gangster groups or
Recently, some happened, and we all were
Yes.
witnesses of that.
Yes.
Some happened.
Yes.
We can't say those people are not gangsters. You saw people with cutlasses, machetes, and guns, and people were still coming out there boldly standing. So that person is a
So
gangster.
we classify them as gangsters. They are criminals because they are causing harm to people. You can't do that. Yes. So I think I go with Young Prince that we do have gangsters in Ghana here,
Especially.
and especially in our
Zongo
Zongo
okay, I think that's
yes.
cool. Yeah?
Yes. So let's go to our next discussion. That is, do we think we have high people backing these people? Do you believe that we have people backing them?
Of course, I believe that. Like I said, the devil always finds work for the idle hands. And I tell you, my sister, see, when a person is there doing nothing, and that person is in dire poverty, when someone comes with a little money, definitely the person will go into any vice that he wants or she wants the person to go and do. And I believe strongly that there are people out there who are backing these people. There are politicians, there are people with power who back those people, and they don't want them to be liberated. So definitely, they want them to do their evil deeds for them. And I believe those are the people behind them. Those people we call gangsters, they are the same people we move with. They are the same people we go to churches with, the mosques with, outdoorings and parties with. And those people are the people we see in our day-to-day activities. There are people backing them to do all this stuff they are doing. Trust me, it's there.
All right, so
Yes, come
I
on.
just want to come in here. You know, we have this kind of illusion of this perception about these Zongo communities that we don't fear anything. They don't fear anything. Yeah. They are ready to go for everything that they want. So with what he's saying, that we have these topmost leaders out there, our politicians, our ministers, or whatever that we have out there, they come in and feel like, okay, fine, since we have this kind of idea or maybe this perception about this community particularly, then let's go in for them. And you know, when it comes to the, like into our slums, these people, with what he said in his first explanation, that poverty is part of it. So someone out there, when a politician came to him, was like, okay, fine, I'm giving you 2,000 cities. Do this for me. The person has been there for almost 2 years. He has not seen that 2,000 cities before. I hope you understand. So there are people that are influencing. There are people back there doing all this thing for us. Sure. They are supporting this.
So from all the discussion here, it seems you have upper hand
Very
Very strong people out there backing them.
great one.
So with that, how best can we solve this gangsterism? Do you think there is a solution to it?
My sister, I said poverty is the cause of this. And what's the opposite of poverty? Riches or wealth. So, what we can do to curb this is to make the people get something to do. It's as simple as that. Make education accessible and affordable for them. And that can curb, I'm not saying it's going to
Solve
eradicate
the-
it,
yes.
but it's going to solve it to some extent.
Some extent.
Is going to do that. Because if that person has something doing, let's say the person gets up and from morning to evening, the person has something doing, the person has family to cater for, do you think that person will fall into those things that the guys were doing? No way. So from poverty, let's just give the people riches or wealth. And trust me, this thing will just be done with.
Are you with the same view?
Yeah, facts. He's making a good point out there. With what he said, let me say this: like being out there, I've known a lot of people. I've worked with a lot of people out there. There are people I say out there. They are very educative. They are very intelligent, but any work that you give them, like for example, with what we are saying, these are the same people that we move with them on daily basis. They are very kind. They are very beautiful. They treat people with this kind-hearted, like good-hearted. But because of the poverty, so we need to structure our system, create jobs, create the little ones out there. Okay, if it is this that we are giving to these people, let them go in for it because they are ready to work. With the same mentality that they have, that they can go in to do something bad, they still have that mentality to do something good for themselves.
Yes, so from every indication, it seems those who are fueling them are the same person to solve this problem.
They are the same people to do that.
And do you think they know this as a fact? Because they think they can solicit their help anytime they want to do criminal deeds. So why do you think they will go ahead to solve this problem?
Okay, so the main reason why they are not trying to solve this thing is with every human being has, let's say, when power comes in, you start looking behind your shoulders, you start looking over your shoulders like who is coming. So you always want to get someone that you can fall on when there is the need, when the need arises for you to go hard on someone. Yeah, so definitely they don't want to solve this thing for them because they know a time will come that they will need them to do their evil deeds for them. That's why they are not trying to build the schools, the good schools in the Zongos, the good hospitals, all the things that we need, the social amenities that will make life comfortable for us. They are not trying to do it. All because they know a time will come that they will. And every businessman has another businessman or a competitor that they are beefing with. Yeah. So, okay, I have this other person that I'm beefing with. How best can I do when the time arises for me to get rid of that person or for me to go hard on that person? Definitely, okay, then let me fall on my Zongo people to go and do that thing for me. And I think that's not helping, seriously. They have to try as much as possible to do something to curb it.
Yeah, I think he's making a good point with what he's saying. Like, I like everything that he's trying to make here, but there's two words that I love to use: wisdom and knowledge. They are two different things. Our leaders, or maybe our topmost leaders, have knowledge, but they lack wisdom. They know it. They know what they are supposed to do, but they lack the wisdom to do it. They know it very well that fine, if we do this, we are going to end this. But because the wisdom is not there, or with what my brother is saying, that they know surely that a time will come that they will surely fall on them and be like, okay, fine, yo, so and so, I have this out there. Because if you look at even our elections here in Ghana, anything that goes wrong always comes with the Zongo squad. NDC, MPP, or maybe this PPP, or maybe NDP, or maybe Slave Party, or whatever. Maybe I'm trying to be with you, and we're like, okay, fine, we are competing for the seat in one district or maybe one constituency. So since I see you are leading, I'll call Charlie, yo, then I have these people behind me, so going for the ballot papers, going for so these are same thing, but by any means for me just to win. I hope you understand. But they lack the wisdom. For me personally, they have the knowledge to do that thing, but the wisdom.
I think the discussion is becoming so interesting. So we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Studios to view. The truth is here in your eyes.
Welcome back to Social Updates on Studios to View. We'll continue with our discussion. So I'll move on to Slay. So Slay, how do you think the youth can desist from the influence of this higher level people? Because someone is hungry, and before I can feed you, I want you to do something for me before I feed you. And you are telling me I should desist from whatever he wants me to do for him or her. It means I'm going to go hungry. So how are we, the youth, going to desist from their influence?
I love that question very well. For now, in this 21st century, we have, if you are a youth, or maybe you are a young guy, or maybe a young lady out there, you don't have to depend on someone to earn your daily bread. We have our social media, which is paying highly. People are making a lot of money from social media. You can also just pick your phone, do something on social media. You get the trend, you get the influence out there. You saw online, maybe you do whatever and whatever. Then you also stay in your own lane, know what you're about to do. There's now a lot of people are having pages on Facebook, YouTube, and whatever. But it's the mindset. People don't want to learn. They don't want to explore. They want to stay in that comfort zone. Like, okay, fine. Unless someone sent me to do something before I can also earn something. Which is like it's that kind of, I don't know, that mediocre thinking is killing us. That mediocre type of thinking is killing. That myopic mindset is killing us. I hope you understand. So if you're out there watching me right now, I'm very young, but maybe I'm not part of that kind of squad because I know what I'm doing. I'm making good use of the social media. I'm a blogger. So me being at home, I know very well that, okay, fine, let me create a website. Let me write stories, feed the public with the news. At the end of the month, let me get an AdSense on my website. At the end of the month, Google will pay me this amount. Then at least that will pay my bills, take care of me, do this and whatever. Maybe I will just add other stuff to it, which will be more more productive to me, rather than going for things that maybe will just end me in a bad situation, get death, going to prisons, having bad names, and which is very bad. So we just have to learn.
So let me come in. What of those who can't learn? What of those who don't have any education?
Oh, Professor.
Because it seems all that you are saying, you have to learn.
Okay, you have to learn.
A little bit of basic education would do. What of those who are deprived of that?
If you have, okay, let me give you an example. If you go to Asharama Market, if you go to Asharama Market, we have a lot of young boys that have this wheelbarrow. They carry goods from people, those market people, those traders that buy normal goods and send it to the car for them and whatever. So if you're out there, you have the strength to go and commit bad stuff. Can't use that same strength. Go out there. We have people traveling from the northern region, come here. The Kayayos, they are working. People are riding moto. The Okadas, even nowadays, you can even see exactly 5 a.m. We don't hear the alarm again. You see, baller. They are working. They earn a lot. Because I have a convo with most of them. They earn Charlie, today I'm earning 300 cedis per day out of baller. So you are there. Why can't you do it?
So should we say they are lazy?
Laziness is part of it, though.
So on that, Young Prince, what do you think?
Okay, Miss Millie, we have a saying in Akan that "ekomia," which means hunger is very painful, and trust me, in the Zongo communities, as we call it, there are people who are very, very hungry. Very, very hungry. And if you're telling that person to desist from a person with influence on him or her, it's going to be very difficult. And this gangsterism that we are talking about is intertwined with these street kids that we have, teenage pregnancy, all of those things are involved that brings about this gangsterism. And like my brother is saying, you can go on social media, create a site, or do business on social media and stuff like that. But you asked him a very good question, that what about those people that can't write? Those people that don't have any basic education, what can they also do? There are people who don't even know how to even carry one thing or do business or where to even go to seek for help. There are people out there like that. And those people too, if someone comes in and the person say, do this for me, do you think that person will say, oh no, I won't go? The person will go. That's what I'm saying. It all boils down to this, our politicians, for them to start developing, keep an eye on the Zongos. Education, education, education. Give them the basic amenities that they need. And trust me, this, no one can come in. If let's say you are a little bit educated, do you think someone can come in to say, go and do this thing for me and you go? No way, you won't go. And if you're educated, teenage pregnancy won't come in. Street kids won't be there. And those gangsters, trust me, majority of them are these street kids without parents. So they don't have that motherly love. They don't feel pain for another human being. So when that person picks a cutlass, machete, coming on you, he's not feeling any passion. There's nothing that will put that person away. Yes, he's just coming in for you. So education, education, education. Take the poverty out of the Zongos and we are good to go.
So we are moving on to our last question for this discussion. We want to be more personal this time. So I want to find out if we have had a personal encounter with this gangsterism. So we will start from Prince. Yeah.
Wow, seriously, when I started, I said bad girl's boyfriend. Okay, so it's a Nikki I got from one of the places in quote we all call a Zongo community. I was born and bred in Nima. That's where I grew up, yeah. So personally with gangsters, yes, of course. When I was in Nima, when I was a kid, there is this fight that broke up that came on when I was there in Nima. I don't know if you remember, there was a time in Nima that the baller, they brought it on the street, the main Nima street, and it brought up a whole chaos in Nima, and people were shot, people were beaten, you get me? And I knew the people that stood up then, that these people, those times we call them mafias. Yeah, we call them mafias. And when they are coming, you can't look at them twice. Trust me. I lived right opposite a place called Cheap House, closer to Gorillas. And there was this Lebanese man the Cheap House, the owner of the Cheap House. He was shot like 3 times. I was right there. I was just a kid. I saw the person like shooting that man, taking his bag when he just closed from the shop. So personally, yes, I have had. I don't want to mention names. I beg you, because right now, yes, I don't want to mention names. But of course, I've had like close interactions with people who are supposedly gangsters. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
That's a nice experience. So, Slay, what about you? Have you had any encounter with them?
Not born and bred in Zongo, but I've lived most of my life in Zongo. So, like, for the experience, I've witnessed like some partly part like that. And unlike him that has been born and bred there, I can't compare myself to him though. Yeah, but we've seen it out there. Though sometimes you can just be sleeping in the night and you just hear gunshots, pop. I'm like, wow, what the hell is going on at this time of the night? But you don't have any choice. You just have to sleep where you are. Yeah, you just have to sleep. Yeah, because you don't have any choice. But this is where we're born in, people grow out there. So, but all the same, I think it's nice to be in Zongo. It's nice. Yeah, oh yeah. Because honestly, ask yourself out there that someone born and bred in Zongo is sitting here, speaking fluently, having that kind of knowledge, wisdom, saying out there. then you ask yourself that why can't you also do it? Because we have that tag that Zongos, they don't love education. But when someone from Zongo wants to go, like, be educated, you can't. Just no. If you are watching me right now, you can just play this video back, listen to him very carefully, listen to his fluency, his like even his like everything that he's saying is on point. Full grammar. Full grammar. So even some of the words that he's using here, I think I have to go back and then research and then like, what is this? I was like, who is this? But that's very good. That's very good. So you also can do it as well. Yeah.
So, Slay,
Yeah.
what are your last words for your viewers?
I think I've said a lot. Yeah, I think I've said a lot. Keep learning, keep explore. Yes, go out there. Don't sit in your comfort zone. Go out there, learn. That's all.
Thank you. And young Prince.
For you out there watching me right now, I'll tell you just one thing. There is nothing in hooliganism or gangsterism. It only leads to death. Stop it right now and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my guest. It's been an interactive discussion. And if you have any comments, just drop it on the comment section and we will bring it up next time to discuss. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.